that'll be it. There's loads of pros and cons, but this is like just the 5 main ones that we thought we'd do.
There's a couple of really good reasons you want to start with a mobile. For one, there's no lease, so you're not going to have to like pay to set up in a particular spot. That gives you a lot of flexibility in terms of where you can put your spending in other places. So it ties in very well to like, you can go basically wherever you need to. If you're not getting business in one spot, put it onto the back of the car, drive off, find another spot, set up there, see how that goes. There's a lot of flexibility in terms of where you're getting your customers from. Expenses are a little bit more flexible again with the mobile cafe, because if you need to spend more, say, getting to other places.
If you don't like make enough one week, you don't have to worry about the set income. Like in a location you have to pay on bulk for it, and with us, with a mobile cafe, you can just reduce it, and then that way you're saving money. It's hard to get into a loss that way because you just adjust your expenses.
It's very easy to balance all that. So the other thing is it's much less expensive just on paper to buy a trailer than it is, and to set up your trailer to get all the machines for that, than it is to do the same for a block.
Yeah, like what we do, like we were shopped around a lot in terms of units. And the one we found, there was one actually in Naas, there was one up here, I mean in Kilkenny and stuff, but the lease was 2,000 a month. When we bought the mobile unit, it was only 1,200, so that's a one-off payment.
Yeah.
So you think about it that way.
And much less expensive, so you can set up to put in more later and then get more at that point. So it's kind of starting from the bottom and building your blocks. The other thing is, because you're spending less, your taxes are much cheaper. But this is the easiest way to kind of lower them numbers down.
Especially when you threshold before you start paying taxes a year. In Ireland anyways, I don't know what it is anywhere else, it's 37.5 grand. But if you have a mobile unit, because you're doing festivals and events, you may not be making that much. You may make only about just a little bit under that, maybe even a little bit over that, but even at that, you don't get hit with that huge VAT or huge tax that you would get if you're on a unit. But that would bring us, Owen has already mentioned, the limited income. With a mobile unit, you can't afford to have loads of stock on deck. You can't afford to have a massive oven with you to make more produce. It's harder to do that because the space is smaller. And also, the generator that you use would not be strong enough to power all those machines at once. Because of that, it's kind of like you have to limit your produce, therefore you limit your customers, which limits your income. But then again, you can also adjust that, like we said, with the pros, so it's not very much of a problem. And then the other one, number 2, is the tedious approval process for mobile cafes. Unlike one on location, is that you can get all your equipment done as we've done, but it's getting the approval to pull up anywhere. Every time you start an event, a festival, or on some kind of public place, despite having the insurance allowing you to pull up anywhere, you still need to have approval and permission from those who own that specific building or property. So that is a con, because if you have it on location, your building is there.
That's it. You've got your one tedious approval process,
and that happens at the beginning and it's over. So that's better. And also like the no set income for us, whereas the wages will always change. So it's hard to say that 1 month you'll do well enough to pay your employees extremely well, or to afford to give a kind of like an increase in wages. It's hard to kind of negotiate that. So that is also another problem. And as a sole trader, your income is solely based on what the company makes. So if you make a lot 1 month, and then you make half that the next month, you won't make the same amount you made the last month, because you keep whatever the profits may be, minus 10% for the business, which is tough. So that is a downside, whereas with a location shop, you don't have that. On location, your expected income is going to be insane, because you have 300 people walking every day. So, like with us, we won't have that much. So that is a downside. And also with HSE, it's really hard to get them to approve a mobile unit, especially if you're working with like burgers and meats and stuff, because bacteria can be rampant in a mobile unit if you don't look after it right. And also pests are easier to get into those units because they're always outside, they're always just hanging about.
I think that's the thing when people are suggesting to us like, oh, you should make breakfast rolls and
it's kind of
cheese
like,
sandwiches, and we're kind of like, haha, you have no idea how much more difficult that's going to be.
you don't know how hard this is. So that is a downside. So like that is the hardest bit, is that trying to get your health and safety down on lock is harder when it's a mobile cafe or mobile shop or anything like that, because it's easy to get bacteria, it's easy to get diseases because it's such a small confined space. But with us, because we're only using milk,
I think milk's probably
it's the easiest thing to contain, and like because it's such a small one we have, it's cleaning. It's very good. It's also, like we said, in terms of all these cons, it's very easy to get over them. Like it's for a mobile cafe, as long as you have your good housekeeping sheets, you're good on checks, you're good on everything, you backed up all your things that you need. It's not that bad of a problem if you can just keep on top of it, keep on top of making sure all your things are in date, making sure your appliances are well supplied, well serviced, and okay. Which brings us to the last one, which is power supplies. They can be very tricky because you need a generator, they're expensive. It doesn't and say noisy as well, so you can't just pull up anywhere.
Problem,
yeah.
I think one of the genuine solutions we've come up with so far is get really, really long cable, set the power generator just like
far away,
really far away, and that's our solutions. Keep it away from the business.
Keep it away from the business. If someone comes in, that's not ours. I know what you're talking about. If you're not sure which one you're gonna go for, just literally say, okay, mobile and unit. Then write just 10 questions on what would apply for your business, and then rate between the two of them out of 10, and then tally up the number at the end. And whichever one comes up with more, that's the one you go for. It's basically like a ratio process, I think. Like in all, like to finish up the video, guys, in all, I think if we could, in terms of our capital, if we had the money, if we had the experience, if we had enough time to actually invest in going for a location shop, we'd do it at the beginning, I think. I think it's just because if you can go for an on-location place, a unit that's in an area that has a set place that everyone comes in all the time, you can afford to just build up in the long term it's better for you. Because in the long term it's safer, you get more income for the business, you can actually expand when you need. Because no matter getting a mobile or a unit, insurance is the same in terms of liability. So if you want, it'll be the same price for that. But the only difference where the insurance will change is that if there's more people coming, more influx of people into the location, so therefore it's more problems. You can get injuries and all this kind of thing, food poisoning. So that's the difference in the end. But I say between us, I'd say mobile versus unit. In the beginning, if you're like us, go for unit. I mean, go for mobile. Go for mobile, not unit. But if you have the money, you have the experience, if you're at that age and you're at a time in your life where you can do that, definitely go for it. But if you're starting off, I'd say go like this. It works out better. Also, just a quick update, we've gotten a couple musicians on our roster already, which is kind of awesome. So we'll work with them soon. Hopefully we'll be able to put their music out there. We have a designer that's going to help us design the cafes. So we're going in a good, swift pace. Thanks very much, guys, and please share this video to everyone. Give this a like and subscribe to us. Hit the bell icon as well. And also, if you haven't yet, sign the petition that we have up. We'll put the links in the description below. And also, we still have the GoFundMe going, so do all those good things, guys.
To that,
yes, and follow us on all our social medias. So thanks, guys. I'll see you in the next video.
We never seem to let this go. The more I hurt, the more I know.